Hey, and welcome! Everything I tell is real. It's my life. This is a challenge for me because I am opening up about my own experiences. I hope my stories can be helpful to someone. Enjoy!
Hey everyone, buckle up because this one's gonna be a wild ride, and it's probably gonna be a long one too. Today, I'm diving into my adventures with Alice, a story packed with unexpected twists, a little bit of spice, and some moments that felt straight out of a movie. I'm gonna add some extra details this time to really paint the picture for you all. Oh, and by the way, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you prefer these detailed stories, or should I keep things short and sweet like before? Your feedback means the world to me, so let me know. All right, let's get into it. So, as I've mentioned before, I met Alice. She was 28, this vibrant, stunning woman with a magnetic energy, and get this, already a mom of 2. Oh, and still married. Yeah, I know, plot twist. She told me she was in the middle of a divorce, which, let's be honest, is kind of the classic line you hear sometimes. True or not, I didn't dwell on it too much. At that point in my life, I wasn't chasing anything serious or long-term. I was all about having fun, living in the moment, and enjoying good company. And Alice? She was definitely good company. We hit it off right away. The vibe was effortless. Our conversations flowed so naturally, like we'd known each other forever. I loved how open I could be with her about relationships, my views, everything. It was refreshing. No pretense, just real talk. Now here's something interesting. I usually don't pay much attention to dating profile bios, but Alice's stood out. She mentioned she was into girls too. I didn't make a big deal out of it when we chatted about it. Live and let live, you know? It was just another layer to her personality, and I was cool with it. Fast forward to one random weekend evening. Alice messages me out of the blue, saying she's planning a photo shoot with some girlfriends. Photography was her thing. She had this creative spark that just drew you in. Naturally, I was curious, so I started asking questions. Where's this happening? What's the vibe? She tells me she's booking a hotel room for the shoot, followed by some partying, and then they're hitting a club. My first thought? Whoa, that sounds epic. But then she dropped a bombshell that took it to a whole new level. She goes, "Hey, wanna join us?" A hotel, a group of girls, a photo shoot, a party. My mind was racing with 1,000 thoughts. Without hesitation, I said, "Count me in." Now, I'll be real with you. I was nervous, like heart pounding, second-guessing myself nervous. For a moment, I even considered bailing with some lame excuse like, "Oh, something came up." But then I thought, no way, man, this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. You're going. So I pulled myself together and headed to the hotel on the big day. When I got there, Alice came out to meet me. She had this shy but warm smile that instantly put me at ease. We headed up to the room, and there they were. 2 other girls, both super charming and probably in their late 20s. Thank the universe, they'd already cracked open a bottle of champagne. Let me tell you, that bubbly was a lifesaver. It loosened everyone up, and soon we were all chatting and laughing like old friends. The girls were brainstorming ideas for their photo shoot, setting up props, and snapping pictures. They even asked if I wanted to jump in for a few shots, but I laughed it off. Guess I hadn't had enough champagne yet. As the night went on, things started to heat up. The more champagne we drank, the bolder the photo shoot got. The girls were posing in lingerie, and I'm just sitting there, watching this unfold like I'd stumbled into some kind of dream. 3 gorgeous women, a hotel room, and me, a random guy in the middle of it all. It felt like something out of a Hollywood script. Then, out of nowhere, Alice walks over to me, wraps her arms around me in this flirty, almost teasing hug, and whispers in my ear, "What if you joined all 3 of us?" My brain short-circuited. I mean, in theory, this is the kind of moment every guy thinks they'd be ready for. But when it's actually happening, it's a whirlwind of excitement, nerves, and straight-up disbelief. I fumbled for words, probably sounding like a total dork, but finally managed to say, yeah, I could give it a try. Alice sauntered over to one of her friends, gave her a playful hug, and started kissing her. The friend looked a bit surprised, but went with it, and I could hear Alice murmur something like, "He could join us?" They moved to the bed, still locked in this slow, intimate moment, and I'm just standing there, taking it all in, feeling like I'm about to explode from the anticipation. The third girl, meanwhile, was chilling in an armchair nearby, sipping champagne and watching the scene unfold. She glanced over at me and asked, "You joining them or what?" I laughed nervously and said, "Yeah, I'm in." "You?" She smirked and said, "Nah, I'm good just watching, but have fun." Then she got up, walked over and, get this, started helping me out of my clothes, joking, "Looks like you're more than ready to join." Let's just say her eyes were very focused on a certain area, so I joined Alice and her friend on the bed, and let me tell you, it was a first for me. You'd think it'd be all confidence and swagger, but the truth? It's awkward at first. You're hyper-aware of everything, trying to figure out where you fit in. But the girls took the lead, and soon it all felt natural, like we were moving in sync. It wasn't a long moment, but it was intense. The kind of experience that burns itself into your memory forever. Afterward, the four of us were sprawled out on the bed, me and three incredible women, laughing, talking, just soaking in the vibe. It felt like I'd conquered the final level of some epic game. The world was mine, and I was on top of it. The girls had originally planned to hit a club afterward, but after our little adventure, most of us were too blissed out to go anywhere. Except for the one friend who'd stayed on the sidelines. She ended up heading home while the rest of us stayed, chatting and relaxing until morning. Waking up next to two women, watching them wander around the room in their lingerie, was like something out of a fantasy. We eventually got ourselves together and headed down for the hotel breakfast. I swear, it felt like everyone in that dining room knew what we'd been up to. The flirty glances, the playful energy between us. It was like we were glowing with this shared secret. After breakfast, we all went our separate ways. The girls headed home, and so did I, still buzzing from the whole experience. What happened next with Alice? Well, that's a story for the next video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.